I was.
Oh, very good.
Cool. So let's kick it off. Welcome back, film noobs. This week we have a little different format. Me and Johnny are both via our houses because it's too fucking cold out here, and we decided not to travel. Not only that, but our studio and Johnny's house is a little bit smaller than what we would like, and so to fit all five of us in there, we'd be crammed like little sardines. And this way, we think is maybe a little bit feasible for everybody.
It'd be warm though.
It is
It's
warm.
definitely warm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be warm though. All five of the crammed in.
All five, yeah, we would definitely be warm. Get your little peditos and everything.
Hey.
Warm.
I don't know about that.
All right, so if y'all can introduce yourselves, and then we'll go into why you are here. So I don't know if it's the same order on your screen or my screen.
You ladies first.
Derek. Oh, you said
The other lady.
I'll let the real lady go first if that's okay. The real first lady.
Hi, I'm Trish. I am an actress. I am based in San Antonio, Texas. I've been acting for about 4 years now, 4.5 years, something like that. And yeah, that's about it. Derek?
Well, I was going to let the lady with less hair go next. Fernando.
Is that you? I have no hair. You have less hair
Okay.
than her.
The lady with a lot less hair, if that's okay.
You want me to go? All right. I think all y'all know me, Fernando Mora. I've been acting just over a year and a half, 18 months. Got about 30 projects, 6 lead roles, including this one with Gumshoe that we're doing. About to make my directorial debut next week with a short film that I wrote and directed. Yes, you guys need to go. We'll get you the details later. You can go check it out. I hope people like it.
Fernando, I'm going to tell you right now, Derek was talking smack about your damn directorial debut.
Was that?
100%.
Derek was talking smack, yep.
He always does.
Always. This is my favorite pastime is talking smack.
Derek, go ahead.
I'm sorry?
Go ahead. Interview. Oh, not interview. Talk on it.
Introduce
yourself.
My name is Derek Kirby. I've been doing film since I was actually a really young child, and then I went to stage acting, then I went to university, and now I'm a 33-year-old man creating art with 2 really good friends of mine, and we're currently working on the show Gumshoe, which I think I told you a little bit about.
Just a little bit. And
Yeah,
Johnny,
just a little
go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Huh?
Introduce yourself, Johnny, to the people who don't know you.
Well, I'm Johnny. I've been acting for going on 2 years now. Done a couple of projects with David, and we are currently in production on one of our movies that we are putting together. Actually, that Fernando and I actually shared a scene in that called Texas Tales of Terror. But yeah, no, I'm based out of San Antonio. Did a few projects on Landman season 2 as a roughneck, and some other projects that are, around Texas and whatnot. But yeah, that's me. San Antonio based.
Southside.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Southside.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that Texas Tales of Terror.
I can't either.
From what I saw, when we were filming, I was like, oh, this thing's gonna be pretty good. I don't even know what it's about, but I already like it.
Yeah, you're not the only one. I'm still wondering what it's about too. So Johnny reeled me in. So
you reeled me in. You reeled me in, buddy.
But enough about us. Enough. We don't want to keep gaslighting me and Johnny. I know it's our show and everything, but we're here to talk about y'all today. So
Yeah.
I know, Derek. When I asked you yesterday, what was it? Sunday, Monday?
One of these days.
One of these past days. It's all a blur. To talk a little bit about your project. So let's talk about your project. What is your project that you are here for today?
Oh, I could talk to you about that all day. But it's basically a dry dramedy. Follows 2 incompetent detectives who have competent moments that kind of end up in a more crime world that spits out incompetent people. And let's just say one in particular character they get involved with definitely spits them out. and that's going to be Isabella. Isabella's character is actually played by Trish. The other detective, other than myself, is played by Fernando. And we plan on creating, right now, we're actually about to shoot the third episode this weekend. And we're trying to make it a series. We have episode 1 through 3 almost done.
So you said you done 1, 2, and filming 3, right?
Yes, sir.
And the reason you asked to be on the podcast was because when is your premiere?
Well, our first screening for episode 1 is going to be on December 11th at Brewster's Ice House. And it'll start at 5:45 p.m. Please, you come. I'm hoping to see you there and hoping to see everyone else here there too, so we can have a good laugh.
Definitely. Brewster's, is that the one off of, is it Flores?
Pleasanton.
Oh, Pleasanton. South side, right down the street.
That's right back on Zabas. Down the
I
street.
can walk there.
Yeah.
And crawl back.
And crawl back. Hopefully not.
So there's actually going to be 4 short films that day. Eric said we start at 5:45, but we're going to have 2 between 5:45 and about 6:30, and then about 6:45-ish, that's when we're going to play my Los Dos Hermanos, the short film I directed, and then right after that, the main event is going to be Gumshoe at the end, the headliner, if you will.
Now, Trish, you're only in Gumshoes, right?
No, I do other stuff. I'm actually about to fly out to Tennessee at the end of next month to film a movie.
No. What I'm saying is for this event, you're only in Gumshoe,
Yes,
or you're
only in the one. I'm only in Gumshoe. My son, however, is in. He has a little part in another short film.
Planet of the Weenies.
Planet of the Weenies.
Oh, okay. That was directed by Zach, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Martinez? Yeah.
I'm also in that one too. I'm the detective investigating murders where the doggies are killing people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
The other one is Solo Leveling, right? That's the other one?
Solo Leveling, where Derek is in that one also.
I was actually curious. I completely forgot which one it was. I'm so sorry. I was not trying to brag about myself. Just kidding.
Sure.
Yeah, we get it. You were. You want to be left out. Wink, wink. But yeah, so all of us are gonna have a full night. Multiple movies that night. So it should be fun. You guys should be there. Should go.
Let me ask, because I know, Derek, I asked you the question before when we were there at the set, but I wanted to ask you about Gumshoe because that one really interested me, and I told you pretty much the reason it interested me was because it was a series, and having written a series before, it's hard because you have to have that storyline go through many points of interest, and you have to keep your audience interested to keep them coming back. But with yours, I wanted to talk about it a little bit before we move on to Fernando's. Not to take away from Fernando, of course. But with yours, I asked you who had pitched and what was the reasoning for Gumshoe. If you want to talk a little bit now you can talk a little bit about it.
Just so I heard you said who pitched it. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I will give you a quick history behind it, but I'm also curious about your series and kind of, if you don't mind me asking you a few questions about that as well, because it sounds like you kind of understand the nuance and the stresses behind creating a series, whether it's mini or beyond that season based. But with Gumshoe, I actually pitched it. Fernando and I were working on a short film together called Better Motive. A Vibe made it, and we just hit it off. We were just making dad jokes, and then basically from a simple dad joke, I built this new world, but the wonderful dry comedy world that these detectives live in. But I will also like to say that Fernando and Trish were specifically chosen for the characters that they have. I didn't know anyone to audition for it because they just fell into the characters perfectly. And I've actually worked with both of them to create their characters and also some of the storyline, some of the B plots in the series.
Now, you said specifically you wanted to work with Trish. I've worked with Fernando, so I kind of know the caliber that he brings on board. With Trish, what necessarily was it that kind of brought you, like, or pulled you towards her? And then I have a follow-on question for Trish.
Oh, that's a great question, actually. She's quite, and if I may talk about you, Trish, in a very bright light. So Trish, actually, we've known each other for a little while. We went to acting class together. But the thing about Trish is she brings a very nuanced approach to her character. She's very soft-spoken, but she has such a strong presence that anytime she's on screen, you notice. Like, when she walks in, and you'll see in the first episode, when she walks in, the entire scene just wraps around her. And she just has she finds that ability to be a soft, motherly, nurturing figure, but also a very menacing figure at the same time. And it's really hard to find someone that brings those both together in the same scene constantly 24/7 in the world. I actually cannot wait for you guys to see her be this character, especially when it comes to the second, third, fourth, and fifth episode, because we start bringing her more and more in, and you'll be able to see what she can bring and kind of see what I'm talking about right now when it comes to the nuanced character that she plays.
Awesome.
Trish, follow up with you real quick. Oh, Johnny, do you have a question?
No.
Okay, sorry. All right. With Trish, being as that you got picked, kind of like, actually you got asked to do this, brought on board, what was your expectations with Derek and Fernando? Like, I know you worked with Derek, but as far as this project goes,
For my expectations?
or like,
Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
So when Derek first approached me about it, he said, okay, so we actually met for coffee that morning, and he was like, okay, so I have this idea in my head of like two detectives, just, that they're kind of like nitwitty, and they're just throwing out dad jokes back and forth, and I want to bring it into a series, have it a comedy / drama. Is it something you'd be interested in? And I was like, yeah, that actually sounds like it would be fun. And he goes, okay, because I have the perfect character for you. And then he started mentioning the character traits of this role, and I was like, oh, I'm down for that. I would love to do that. So I was actually quite on board from the very beginning when he had mentioned it. And then that's when we started getting together. He's like, okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to write a script, and I'm going to send it to you and see what you think. So it kind of just took off from there.
So, Derek, you didn't have a script before you pitched it to her?
So, okay, I'll
That's
say
what
this
I
real
heard.
quick. Okay, so sorry. Thanks, Trish. Okay, so let me elaborate then. So I'll be real with you. I'll be completely honest. If Fernando and Trish both said no, I didn't want to do it. So I had basic scenes written out. And of course, I had the storyline written out. I have a storyboard, all that fun stuff. But I didn't want to waste my time if these two actors that I specifically wrote these characters for and kept in mind the entire time said no. I would have just written something else or worked on something else in hopes that they would join along the ride. But I was very fortunate enough to drag them along, and we're here now. So don't let her. I had something. I didn't just have it in my mind.
That's
Don't
not
you
what
dare.
She said. Fernando, what attracted you to the project? Aside the fact that it's Derek,
Just the fact that up to this point, I had never done any comedy. I've always just been, in the beginning, my first handful, maybe 5, 6 movies that I was in, projects, I always got killed.
Sorry.
To the point to where some directors were like, hey, Fernando's here. Should we kill him already? I was always, I was always the bad guy, just, man, expendable. I died in everything in the beginning.
He was
And it wasn't until after a while, when I had to tell a couple of directors, I have an MBA, I can talk, I can do dialogue, I can memorize stuff. So
over here treating you like Ron Jeremy on film.
Yeah, bro.
Kill him off in every single film he's ever made.
I don't know what you mean by that, but compared to John Jeremy, I say yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so the fact that it was a dramedy, that you know, I could pretty much be myself, you know. 'Cause believe it or not, I played a thug a lot. I play a mobster, cartel guy. I played a cop and all that. All that, yes, I have to like become that character to be it. And this kind of stuff, I just be myself. You know, just say the lines the way I think it's funny. You know, I don't have to dig too much to become that character. You know,
Right.
and that's why when you said comedy, I'm like, sure, let's do it. You know, and I thought it was gonna be one episode, but then it started getting better and better. So now I was like, okay, I like the storyline where it's going, and now I'm excited to do episode 3. And it's this weekend, right? Derek, I should get started memorizing it, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So you
give
do
me
have
a heart attack every time you make that joke, man.
I always tell them that I think I should start memorizing. What was that, dude?
So you do have a script for number 3, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
I have a script for number 4
Actually-
too, man.
Actually, we've had about 5 of them. Revision after revision after revision. I'm like, dude, I just memorized this other one. Now you throw me the other one to change it up.
Sounds like somebody that I know, but I'm not gonna mention.
Come on. Come on.
We only had 4.
Who is this
Come
person?
on.
No one's gonna hear us. We're
No.
in a quiet group right now. What's going on? Who is it?
Nobody's gonna hear this after.
No one at all.
Nobody.
But it's all good.
Especially-
I really enjoy
It's
it.
only on a podcast.
Yeah. Especially Johnny's 2 Romanian audience members.
Oh, yeah. I don't know who they are. Special agents, I guess.
Romanian agents.
No,
I think you're going to say the Amish ones, guys.
no, but
You're
for
looking
real,
some Amish there.
every time Johnny is on the podcast, for some odd god reason, or he has his own episode, there's 2 audience members who download specifically his episodes from Romania. And it's funny, and I'm like, wait a minute, we don't have a Romanian audience. We don't transmit to Romania, but for some reason, every time he's on, we have 2 downloads from Romania.
Maybe from that RomanianWives.com or something. Maybe that's where you found them.
I hope they're not kids because,
Oh, God.
you know, been around the world a few times in my military tenure, but I mean,
That's funny.
hey, you never know. Hi, kids.
Yeah.
Y'all are out there.
Right.
Like,
Junior. Oh my goodness. Getting off topic. So now with Derek, I know again going back to the whole writing a series, and having a script for it. With this series, how far have you already written it? And was your initial intent to have it as a series versus, hey, a short or even a feature?
That is a fantastic question. I cannot answer fully in the sense of I don't know what I wanted it to be. I just wanted to get it out of my head, write the characters, and see where it goes. And then finally I was like, oh, there is way too much to tell it in just a short film or a movie. And I just saw a movie series, a show series as a way to kind of stretch out the storyline, tell the stories I want to tell, really develop the characters that I really want other people to see and feel and to hear. So probably similar to, I'm guessing, how you created it, correct?
Yeah, it really was. Well, because when you sit there, and that's why I asked you, and Johnny kind of has the same experience because even with Triple T, when we sat and we pitched it towards each other, my intent, well, at least with Triple T, was this is not a standalone movie, but a series of movies. But I like feature films. The previous project that I mentioned was a series, but I pitched it to the person we did it with as a series because I didn't want to take long with it. I wanted, like you said, I wanted to knock it out, tell little funny stories, and that was it. And it wasn't anything that I kind of put together through. It was more just a bunch of little short stories that I just wanted to tell. Unlike with AJ, one of our other partners, he actually has, and we're still working on it. We almost launched it once, but then we kind of, life. Yeah. It was one of those like, okay, we know where the series should go. We know where it intertwines. We know all the connecting dots. We know the connecting characters. We know the full stories behind those characters. We even had to where it connected the movies that we have, the 2-3 movies that we have under our belt with our company. We're like, okay, well, this is how they're going to all intertwine. So we have built this whole universe, which it took us like maybe 4 or 5 months of us workshopping it, arguing with each other, and saying, no, this is not going to work, this is not, and so forth. So it was a big process, but we knew what we were getting into. Unlike with Johnny and Triple T, it was different because with him, I knew I wanted a single story, but I knew that it could be told differently if the right person got a hold of it. And the right person has gotten a hold of it to where now he's working on part 2 with other onsets of like, okay, I could tie this to this, this to that, and then we'll go back and forth and argue. And I'm like, no, you can't change the fucking lore, dude. The lore, the urban legend's there for a reason. He's no, fuck this, it's a movie. I'm like, I know it's a movie, but we gotta stay true to certain things. And that's where I guess that question came out and say, well, where did it all stem, and where do you go with it, and how do you plan for that?
Yeah. If I may say real quick, I'm a feature film guy myself. I love movies, actually more than I love shows at times. But I think, like you said, the ability to stretch out the characters. I don't know how you feel about your characters, but it sounds like you kind of felt for them. When I create something, I love them. I love my characters. I want to hear about them. I want to hear their day. I want to hear what their story ends up being. So with film, sometimes you get to do that, but with what I've realized with a series is you get to do that for seasons. You get to do that for 10 episodes. You get to do that for 80 episodes if you want to, if you can get it produced. And I feel like with Fernando's character and with Trish's character, not only will people, if they continue the seasons, fall in love with the character and find some sort of relation to the, find something to relate to them, you're able to just kind of, like you said, with your universe, you're able to create a whole new world. And if you want to create spin-offs, again, if you want to create a whole new series connected to just one character or half the cast, which I actually have an idea for that as well. Don't want to talk about it. But if right now, but I'm excited to talk about hopefully in the future. But if I may say, this is not just a me thing. What kind of made me fall in love with the characters, specifically Fernando's and Trish's, is how much they shared what they want their character to be like. They shared what they want their story to be. And that means something. When someone comes to you and they're like, hey, I have a feeling and I relate to this character, can I continue to build on them? Absolutely. And if it comes out right and I can write it in well, absolutely. And what's funny is both of them have allowed me to do that. Trish is a very interesting one because I wrote it as a comedy at first, complete comedy, just dry comedy. But Trish came out with this character, and she's allowed it to be. She's created that balance that we need. Instead of just doing dry comedy, we created dramedy because her character is much more serious, and it brings in a much more violent storyline. And Trish, if you would like to dive into that, or if you would like to ask questions in regards to that, I don't mind stepping back for a second to hear it too. I also need a glass of water.
Yeah, so my character brings the drama, as he said. It is very much, so they are basically trying to solve a case that is based around my character and the people surrounding myself in like our own little world, and they really have no idea what's going on. Their character, Fernando's character, and anybody that they come in contact with quickly figures that out. Like, these guys really don't know much about anything, really. And they quickly become an annoyance to everybody that they're around, even my character. But I can't say too much because, like, I don't want to give anything away, but the story does evolve and our characters do intertwine more and more as the series goes on. So I'm excited to see it unfold on screen because, I mean, you know how it unfolds because you read the scripts and you act it out with them, but to see it on screen, it's completely different. And I'm excited to see how it turns out.
No.
Just like our tagline says of the movie. How does it go? Something more dangerous. What is the tagline?
Oh, the only thing more dangerous.
The only thing, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing more dangerous than the murderer is themselves.
Themselves. Yeah.
Now,
I got a question. How long are these episodes?
Oh, that's a great question. It used to be 25 minutes, but now we're probably going between 28 to 30.
why the change?
You have so much more to
Sorry.
tell.
Yeah.
The story, it's funny they mention the scripts changes because there's more to say. You wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning, you're like, oh my God, this would make this scene so much better. And then 3 o'clock in the morning, you're at your computer writing it away. And then 8 o'clock in the morning, you message them like, hey, are you interested in this? They're like, why are you texting me this early? I'm like, because I need you to know this. So that's usually how
David
it
knows
goes.
this all too well.
Yes, Johnny.
David knows this all too well.
Change
He
it
would
up.
wake up, and I would wake up to like 5 texts, and he would be calling me like, bro, how come you haven't read my text? I'm like, I just fucking woke up. And we just finished
4 o'clock
talking
in the
like 3
morning.
hours. Yeah, and we just finished like talking 3 hours ago. So I don't know what new is there in Johnny's head. He's like, no, but look, I thought of this. I'm like,
I say, when we get on set, let's just play with it. Let's just play. So, and David's at fault for this because he asked me in the beginning, how married are you to this script? And I said, I don't know what that means, but I guess I'm not that married. And
no.
so I'm sorry there's revisions. There might be on-set changes, So thank you, David, for introducing that saying to me. How married are you to the script? Not married.
Just messing around.
But I think it goes back to what Derek was saying. When you have a really strong character, in which we have had strong characters, and I had a question for you, Trish, about that. When you do have strong characters that come back to you and tell you, hey, I think my character would do this, and they've convinced you that they know their character better than you. I really love that. Freaking, as a director, that's one of my biggest turn-ons. When my actor comes at me and I'm like, dude, bro, because Johnny does that to me all the time. And a couple of our other actors are like, bro, this line, I don't think because, and I'm like, okay, you're a little bit too excited, but yes, let's change it to be you. Because one of our biggest things is like, dude, if you can't convince me that that character is that character rather than Trish or Derek or Fernando, then you're not doing your job as an actor.
Right.
Yeah, I think I did that one time that I filmed with you guys. Hey, what if I do this? What if I do that? What if I say like this?
Oh, yeah.
So I definitely, because sometimes you read the script and personally, when somebody else is writing it, they're just thinking of the whole scenario. But when someone's going to play that role, it doesn't sound like what something you would say. So I tend to make it my own.
Right.
Just
Hey, the funny thing is you said that, Fernando, is you and I we didn't even rehearse. We went at it.
Tell me,
we literally went at it. Without giving too much.
A few days earlier, here are the sides. Meet us here this date, this time. All right, I'll be there. And let's do it. So, yeah,
that's a very powerful scene. So when y'all guys remember that when this movie comes out, that's going to be a powerful scene right there.
Yeah, you guys said that it's a big scene of the movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad to be part of it.
Well, where can we watch it if you don't mind me asking?
David.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Never mind.
When it comes out,
when it comes back. Our plan for this project is pretty much have a little theatrical release. Try that. We've tried the Hollywood distribution system. It was okay for our first film. Our second film, we tried independent distribution. That didn't work out as well, only because we don't have the marketing power. And I think this one we're going to try the whole theatrical distribution and see where it goes. And kind of play around with it because we're still kind of feeling our feet as far as a production company goes. But at the end of the day, it always ends up on the same Tubi, Amazon, Apple TV, anything that we could get it on. So yeah, I mean, we don't have necessarily a plan, but we kind of know where it's going to end up.
Kind of like Derek when he pitched the series, he didn't really have a plan.
Yeah, he didn't have a script or plan, but he had a good name for it.
Man, come on.
Hey, this time it's Fernando who named you out.
They come out overnight, okay? They woke up and they're like, what can I think of? Newton, Apple, all right. And that's a $1 company, okay? I'm not comparing my stuff to Apple, but hey.
No, going back to Trish, I'm sorry, we kind of got offset it.
That
With
happens a
you,
lot over here.
you're primarily an actress, right?
Yes.
Okay, so preparing for a role, as any role, there's a lot of diving deep into one, the character build up, two, the script, and three, kind of marrying the two. But with this one, I like the way Derek and Fernando have both said they've allowed you the freedom to expand on your own character,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Derek has allowed both Fernando and I to be able to take the character, put our own little swing on it, and just make it our own. And in the writing process, he will ask me, I'm sure he asks Fernando too, like, does this feel like something that your character will do? And I'll tell him yes, or I'll give him a hard no. And there is one instance that we did actually argue about it. He was like, I want your character to do this specific thing. And I was like, no, my character would not do that. Like, I feel strongly about this. That is definitely not going to happen. And he's like, no, it will. I'm like, you can find somebody else because no, it won't. And I just felt, and it was just something
And I
that
found someone else. I'm just kidding.
But they weren't available that day.
Right. It was just something that I felt that my character would not do. Like, it wouldn't fit in her storyline. So we compromised a little bit, and we came out with a perfect story for her. So
Now, do you know the ending?
Then we said close stays on.
Yeah.
that's not what I'm talking about, Fernando. Oh my God.
It's all right. Nobody wants to see Derek naked anyway, so.
No, you do not.
Body double.
Not yet.
You gotta do it. But Trish, now, do you know the ending or where your character and the story is going to end up?
I
You
definitely do. Yes, I definitely do. I'm excited to see it get there. I'm hoping it can. I'm hoping that season 1 is a success and we're able to get picked up and do a season 2 because it's all there. We have like the whole layout of where it's going to go, and it's just we got to get it there because we want people to see it.
Okay. Now, final question as far as Gumshoe goes before I go to Fernando's, because I'm looking at the time. How is it, and this will probably go lead into Fernando's, how is it or what's the difference for y'all, and Johnny could probably help me out here also, the difference between working for a actor-director versus just a director?
Being
Can I
on
answer that real quick?
yes,
I will not direct this because I'm too particular, and I feel like my vision stops at a certain point, and I trust other directors to touch it. So I did want to get that across. I am just the actor/writer. That's it.
But you still have that say in
Veto
the
power.
project.
I
So
didn't want you to say that out loud. I just wanted to be
going back to my question, Trish and Fernando and Johnny, and I asked Johnny because Johnny, this is the first time I'm working in back of the camera, so he has to deal with my ass and having to learn. So, Trish, you first.
being on a set with just a director, I feel is a lot different because they're like, okay, sit here, say this, do it this way, and then we're going to do it like 1,000 different times with 1,000 different takes. I'm like, okay, I got it. Like, I could do that. Perfect. Being on set with someone who has written it, such as Derek, and he has a vision and he wants it done, I feel like it's a little more nerve-wracking for that aspect for me, only because I kind of feel like I need to calm him down sometimes. Like, no, it's fine. Like, it's gonna work out great. We've discussed the character. I've said this is what I'm gonna do. You've agreed that you like the trajectory that I'm taking the character, and it's gonna work out fine. So, like, calm down. You know, it's fine.
Trust the process.
Yes, trust the process, exactly.
Never.
Now, with I know you said with somebody who wrote it, but at the same time with Derek, because he is an actor first, do you see the difference in the way everything was written as far as the script, the dialogue, where the idea is going? Because again, it is different when an actor goes director versus a director taking acting classes, just for the sake of, oh, I want to know how to communicate with my actors, versus an actor who's like, you know what, I'm fed up with the system. I'm going to do my directorial debut or my writing debut and put something out because I am fed up or I see a different vision than just a director would.
I'm sorry, was there a question? Like, I heard what you said, but, like, was there a question too?
Was there a comment?
It was more of a comment, but it's more leading into Fernando.
Okay.
So I think it depends if they went from director to actor or actor to director. You know, because the actor to director would understand why actors change up here and there because they have become that character and they got to make it their own. Versus a director being he's used to, you know, telling everybody what to do and how to do it, but doesn't really know how to sell it, deliver it. The delivery part. I guess basically it comes down to the delivery. The actor knows how to deliver it, whereas a director knows what he's looking but can't really describe how to deliver it. Does that make sense? You know, so I prefer working with actors turn directors because they know what it takes to be that character, to sell it, to deliver it. Which that's why when I directed my short film, I just told them the script and my vision. Now do it, you know, and ad lib, you know, do whatever you have to, just, you know, make it your own. I just want it to sound authentic. I don't want it to sound, and I know you know this, I mean, as a director in this, you don't want it to sound monotone. You don't want it to sound robotic. You just don't say it too fast. Don't say it too slow. Just pause where it needs to be paused.
You want it to come out natural.
Yeah, come out naturally. Where, as an actor, I mean, I didn't take any classes or anything. You know, OJT, just on the job training here, and I'm learning, and I'm like a sponge everywhere I go, just absorbing from all the directors, actors, and producers, everybody I meet. I just kind of like learn. I mean, I think I've learned enough to like do a short film, which I think it came out great. Well, I hope I did. My mom says it's great, so.
Right.
But yeah, to answer your question, I think it's easier to work with actor turned director than director.
Yeah, vice versa.
And vice versa, yeah.
Johnny?
Well, it's kind of like what you know what Fernando was saying. You know, coming from acting and then being behind the lens, I can see the stresses on both sides. Now, when you've also written the actual story, and now you're trying to direct it, and you have the vision, and then you bring it to fruition, and you have all these actors. Like, hold on, I wrote, like, you wrote these characters were written for a certain, you know, part and for a reason, and you want these actors to kind of bring these characters to life and the way you have it, you know, your vision. You know, me as an actor first, you know, being in front of the lens, kind of what Trish was saying, a director will come and tell you, like, hey, I need you to play this character. Hey, we're going to do this scene 100 different times, and then I need you to be this way 100 different ways or whatnot. And it's kind of like, oh, we're just going to pick the best one that came out and go from there. Whereas from an actor going behind the lens, like, no, hold on, I want this character to be this way because I know what that's like, you know, from a director trying to pick and choose of how they want that character to be in that scene or whatnot. I don't know. It is. I talked to David about this too, you know, offline, about how I have a much more respect being behind the lens and directing, because it's kind of like, dang, you know, like you're actually seeing your vision come to life and
come to life.
Yeah, come to life, and these characters, you know, are coming to life, and it's kind of like, wow, you know. But I don't know. I think after this one, I'm gonna keep doing it because I love it. But I prefer to be in front of the lens than behind the lens. But one thing, if I do have to say, like, you know, moving forward, you know, if you're writing a story and you want to turn that into a movie, you know, how would you say, consistent, you know, state your vision from the get-go, get your team together, present that vision, and everybody come on board and bring that vision to life. Because obviously take in the suggestions from your crew, you know, but try not to steer away from what you originally had in your vision. This is your vision, you know, and either people are going to come on board and support you or they're not. Yeah, that's what I think. That's my opinion.
And yours is a feature, right?
Yes. I think we're pushing, what, David, the 2-hour mark?
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God.
We're close to it.
Congrats.
And that's when we're going to have to start killing our darlings off.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a different segment. Now, Fernando, leading into yours, because, like I said, I wanted to get to yours because you're also debuting your directorial debut, and it's a short, and it's you're actor turned director as well.
Mm-hmm.
Actor, writer, director now.
Actor, writer, director.
Yes, sir.
Self-funded.
on to the
Self-funded, too. Executive director.
Just add on to the
I
accolades.
feel you, brother.
Yeah.
How?
Well, Derek is self-funded, too, this Gumshoe, right?
Oh, God.
That's
for the most part.
Yeah.
I've had some support, luckily.
Being on the corner asking for donations does not count. Bro.
Hey.
I've been there.
Donations are donations. We don't
Me
judge.
and Johnny were opposite corners trying to fund this movie, so yeah.
We listen and we don't judge.
No.
No.
Hey, I've had to do my dirty things to make some money.
There you go, buddy.
Yeah.
Fernando,
Yes, sir.
about your short. Talk to me about it, bro.
It's called Los Dos Hermanos. It's a comedy. It's a short film, bilingual, comedy / faith-based film. So it's basically, in a nutshell, it's about a Mexican family struggling to make ends meet here in the United States, and their faith and their fate clash. And it's, I can't really say what happens, but it has a feel good end to it, kind of like faith. It shows their faith,
Yeah.
God itself.
Kind of like the faith is tested throughout the journey of that movie.
Yeah, the faith is tested, and at the end, it's just like, oh wow, it's an aw thing at the end,
I'm going to write a faith-based movie that does not end well. Just to be that guy.
I love it.
Like Triple T?
Yeah.
Like,
just to be that guy.
Not all dogs go to heaven.
Movie. Hits me every time.
Yeah.
Hits me in my feels. So, Fernando, what inspired you to write that?
What inspired me was actually this friend of mine. His name is Christian Schmidt, and he's actually the lead role. And believe it or not, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters in this movie, in this short. And only one of them has previous acting.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're newbies, all of them. And I handpicked them because the main character is Christian Schmidt. He's actually a ring announcer for the local boxing and wrestling and whatever around here. He's about 6'2", 6'3", white guy, blue eyes, light brown hair, super white guy with a cowboy hat.
Mm-hmm.
But he speaks fluent Spanish.
Oh, wow.
He's married to a Latina. And been married for over 15 years, so she taught him Spanish and he taught her English. And I was talking to him and I was like, "You're fluent in Spanish, right?" He goes, "Oh, yeah." He went off and I was like, I said, I thought about him, a comedy where a white guy, super white guy, speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to
like a reverse coconut.
You know what I mean? It's like, what the hell? He's speaking Spanish. He's the last person you would think could speak Spanish. And that right there, I started writing my story about a Spanish. First, I'd say, like, how the heck is he going to speak Spanish, and throughout the movie, because there's a part where it's bilingual. The beginning is all English. In the middle, there's about 5 to 7 minutes, nothing but Spanish, and then again English, and because they're a Mexican family. And when I put a casting call out, I wanted 2 young guys, 25 years old or so, with Spanish as their first language and English with a Spanish accent. You see what I mean? Because I wanted it to be authentic. I wanted to be like, hey, how you doing, sir? Would you like to buy a taco? Kind of like that.
Why you gotta go there, man? Why you gotta go there? Derek, I know I see what you're saying about.
I knew you were going to say something. Don't let him finish talking. Interrupt him. No. I have
So
to say we're gone now.
So one of the taglines for this, it's actually on top it says faith, family, and carne guisada tacos.
You're so
With
right,
cheese?
Fernando.
Hey.
Derek, I feel your pain now, Derek. I'm with you. I got you, bro.
But speaking Spanish, Derek, speak Spanish, Derek. Speak Spanish. Dude, Phil,
Pollo leche, what's that?
Sosaks.
S-O-C-K-S.
Look, Derek knows Spanish. Look, Derek, now's the time.
Now's the time. S-O-C-K-S. Yes. That's good right there.
S-O-C-K-S.
We're good? Yeah, there we go. Go on.
That sounds like Spanish to me. S-O-C-K-S.
Gato. I know that one too.
As long as you don't start saying like, tengo un gato en mis pantalones.
Man.
La biblioteca. That's from an old cartoon, bro.
Gosh.
Anyway,
When you're
y'all
going
are
to translate that
horrible.
real quick, I need to understand this.
Y'all are horrible. Trish, I am so sorry you have to put up with you guys.
Don't let her. She's not innocent.
Look at her. She's so innocent, and y'all are over here just like,
I'm 100% innocent. I don't know what Derek's talking
Look
about.
at her.
I knew it.
Till proven guilty. That's what they all say. Innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that short film, Los Dos Hermanos, is going to come out on Wednesday night also, right before the Gumshoe.
How long is Los Dos Hermanos?
I think at the end it's coming out to, it's 14 and a half minutes with the credits and all, right about 15 minutes. And my buddy, who's an editor, he's actually the cinematographer editor, and he's over here working this whole day at work, and he comes home and he's working 4 or 5 hours on it every day to try to get it out by next week.
So I guess that was going to bring up my question was how long did it take to film both the Gumshoe and Los Hermanos?
There. Well, mine's
I'll
real
let
quick.
you go
Mine's
first
real
on that
quick.
one.
Mine, it took me 4 days. It was going to take 3, but we had a family emergency from one of the actors, so it took just 4 days, maybe 15 hours, 16 hours to film.
Okay.
Yeah, not very long. And we just did it. We wrapped the beginning of last month, early November, and it'll be out by December 11th.
And that was all filmed here in San Antonio?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We did at a doctor's office, one of my friend's office. We filmed there, and then.
Oh, a doctor's office. David, you hear that?
Oh yeah, I got a lot of
Is
doctor's
that
offices.
needed?
Oh, David, you hear that?
Oh yeah, I trade lead roles for doctor's office. Not playing. I help out. I help out my buddies because I have a lot of doctor friends, and we
Did you hear that? He had friends.
Oh, David, you hear that? He has friends.
And then us also we did a guerrilla scene there, filming at a empty lot over there by you know where Academy is on Tastamora.
Yeah. Oh,
Right
okay.
Big old empty field. We filmed there, just
Right
real
behind
quick.
Mama Margie's.
Yeah, we filmed right there.
Yeah.
Like everybody, let's go, show up, boom, 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 an hour and knock it out. Just film there, and we're out of there. So we had like 4 scenes. I mean, 4 locations rather. 8
4 locations.
8 scenes, 4 locations.
Gotcha.
15 minutes. So it was actually a 10-page script. I don't know how it became 14 and a half minutes long.
Hey,
So,
even better.
yeah. So yeah, Derek, how long did it take to film Gumshoe? Which episode, right?
Nervous.
Yeah,
chuckle.
basically.
I think Derek got carried away on the first episode with dialogue.
No, me? Absolutely not.
It was like 22 minutes, and I had 106 lines.
126. So that's a huge family. So we work with like about on each episode 9 to 14 people, and so actually the director of the first and second episode had a very tight schedule. So trying to get that many people in a certain amount of days was probably one of the hardest things in my life. I'd rather do acting for free for the rest of my life than ever do that again. But in total, probably about 6 days for the first episode, 4 days for the 4 days for the second episode, and then hopefully we'll get the third episode done in about 3 days. So these are all like 12-hour shows. So everyone is there all day working their butt off. And Fernando, dear Lord, in filming in the middle of summer, you would see sweat dripping down his face because every single place that we went to, even inside houses, their AC was either broken or we're outside when it's 110 degrees. So if it was one day and it was hot, it felt like it was 10 days. So it just depends. But Fernando, you will see when you watch episode 1, just sweat dropping down his face because he was that dedicated as a character. And it was 110 outside.
Fernando found himself in some intense situations. So I feel like the sweat just brought more to his character.
Made it more intense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
but then if we're filming this weekend, we're supposed to be super cold too.
So cold. I'm not happy
Love
about
it.
that.
I prefer it.
No one's happy. It's either too hot or too cold. That's all I hear.
It's Texas. Right?
Come on.
Yeah. So with the 6 days, I know you were mentioning about like it took 4 days for Dos Hermanos, 6 days for one of the episodes. Now, let the fans know when it comes to 6 days in the film industry, you're not talking like 6 consecutive days. You're talking like 6 days within, it could be within the month or 2 months or whatnot. Because I know a lot of people are like, well, how long did it take you to shoot? And we'd be like, oh, it took us 14 days. But I'm like, yeah, 14 days in a span of like 3 months, you know, and stuff. That's when we talk in the industry like days, like consecutive or like 4 days, 5 days. That means a lot more than what you think. People will think, oh, yeah, so y'all filmed from Monday to Thursday? Yeah, no.
It could be 4. It could be a month. It took us a month, but 4 days, 1 day a week. You know, on Sunday, every Sunday. Yeah.
Right. And a lot of that has to do with like sometimes scheduling. A lot of it actually has to do with scheduling.
Yeah, I'll say about 90% has to do with scheduling.
Especially the more characters, like David was saying, you know, we talked offline again, like the more characters you have, the more harder it is to bring everybody in, you know, to like.
5, and I had a hard time scheduling because one kid works from like, what did he say, from like 12 to like 8. And I'm like, dude, 9 o'clock, it's already dark. We didn't get time to film. Another guy, just about, I would say half the people have a regular 8 to 5 job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we had this other person that works weekends. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah.
So we had to find a day where that guy that works nights is off, which happened to be on Wednesdays. So the weekend guy was okay. The one that works 8 to 5 was okay. And the guy that works nights was okay on Wednesdays. So we filmed on every Wednesday. You know, once a week we filmed.
Yeah.
It took a month. 4 days took a month to film.
Do you mind if I say something in regards to that real quick, just to kind of brag about Fernando?
Just real quick.
This son of a gun is, when you call him at 6 o'clock and it's 8 o'clock, he's like, I'll be there. I just want to compliment him on his dedication. And yes.
Well,
yes. No, we know
Trish
that.
as well. I've been very fortunate with both of them. Everyone else, on the other hand, no comment.
Yeah.
David, do you have anything to say about that?
I'm going to start pulling up everybody's name on your damn credits list, and I'm going to tag them on that one specific spot of this podcast, and I'm going to be like, yo, you know,
let me elaborate. Let me elaborate.
Jeremy, yep, all these guys that are on your credits list, yep.
For main actors that are in every single episode.
Well, that's too late now.
No, I'm going to protect myself in this because I need everyone everyone in my series is fantastically amazing. I'll brag about every single one of them till the day I die. I'm very fortunate in that sense. I'll say that at least.
Hey, David, I sent you a couple of pictures. I don't know if you got them on your messenger. Is there any way we can put them up or?
Like right now, I don't think people want to look at your pictures like that.
The flight, yeah,
One
no,
of
it's
them
other
is
kind of pictures.
one in a pink thong.
No,
The
no,
other
no,
one, not that one.
not that one.
Not that one. Okay.
So with the polka dots.
Forget it.
Polka dots.
I could show that one.
Polka dots.
Let me see.
It's just the posters for the movie. Movie posters.
Oh.
Derek. Oh.
Those, yes, of course.
Okay. Right now, no, but I'm going to. All right. At this moment, if you are watching YouTube or our podcast, you'll be able to see the two posters. I'm going to insert right here,
Boom.
or right here, or right here.
And
Somewhere in
boom.
this area, I'm going to put the posters. If you're listening to us only on our podcast, go over to, where can you go? I guess Fernando's Facebook.
Yeah.
Or Derek's Facebook.
Derek.
Instagram, Facebook.
Student Gumshoe series. If you want to do a trailer, behind the scene pics, we're going to be adding a lot more to that as well.
Which I'm going to give you a minute here in a little bit to kind of plug whatever you want to plug, Fernando.
Socials.
You can plug whatever you want. But, yeah, so if you're watching us, you'll be able to see the actual posters here later, somewhere here. For those of you listening to, you're just going to have to follow their social medias and pretty much get the lowdown. But you do need to follow them because okay, so let's get this straight real quick. We're recording Tuesday. We'll be out by Thursday. So this Thursday, December 4th.
This is today's.
Yeah, December 4th. When y'all listen to this, y'all be able to go and follow their Instagram and all that stuff for their upcoming premiere for both Gumshoes and for Los Hermanos and two other films that they're showing that day, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason I'm saying that is because later on next week you'll be able to hear another episode because they have another special that they wanted to talk to us. So they're going to be back for the next episode.
No, with a lie.
Which is next week, not this week. So it's kind of weird because, I'm podcast and by the time we see it, we'll be out. But here I'm recording, so it doesn't make sense.
So are we talking like in the future right now? Thursday?
Yeah, we're in the future
Thursday right now to the people that are watching it?
Yeah, we're in Thursday right now,
Okay.
actually.
But we're actually in Tuesday, but we're Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You're hurting my head, bro.
We're in a time heist right now.
Yeah.
Today has been such a great day.
Today is Thursday.
Well, yesterday was really good. Wednesday was really good.
It was great.
It was super cold Wednesday.
We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens.
I think Trish is already frustrated with us.
I know, right?
She's getting the character.
Well, she's in
Why
character.
did you try to invite me? You don't let me talk.
She's in character.
All right.
Oh.
So, because our time is running out and now it's Thursday, we'll start with Trish again. Any shout outs? Where can we follow you? If somebody wanted to hire you for a birthday party, or anything like that, to do acting, give us your socials. It's on you, Trish.
Okay, well, they can follow me on Instagram, and that's just, actually, I need to pull it up because I don't know my handle.
Oh, my goodness.
The username.
It's Trish Mata _ is my handle on Instagram. So yeah, they can follow me there. And if they want to get in contact with me for anything acting, they can either follow me there or they can email me, which would be trishmata1215@yahoo.com.
And on IMDb, it is Trish Mata.
It is, yes.
Okay, cool. Any upcoming projects? Outside of
Gumshoe. Gumshoe's coming up. And then, like I said, I am going to Nashville at the end of January to film a feature movie. I'm really excited about that. So for the next 6 weeks, I'm not taking on any new jobs just because I need to focus and get into character. The characters between Gumshoe and this other movie I'm doing are very drastically different.
Hey.
So, yeah, I just after that, yeah. If anybody wants to hire me for some acting gigs, I'd be happy to work with them after January.
But you don't do parties,
I don't do parties, unfortunately. No, you know, I used to think that I had a really good immune system, that like I just didn't get sick, but it was just I was really good at avoiding getting spit in the eyes. But you know, when you're with little kids, it's kind of hard to avoid that. So,
what's wrong, David? Get your mind out of the gutter.
His mind. Settle down, buddy.
So
you know what? I don't think this episode is gonna air on YouTube. Derek.
Oh, the little thing. Okay.
Yes,
the
your
connecting thing. Sorry.
Yes.
For Gumshoe, go to Gumshoe Series on Instagram. For me, it's Derek Scott Kirby on Instagram. And yeah, you're going to see two of the same things, all about Gumshoe. So, Gumshoe. That's about it right now.
did you have something else going on right now?
We actually, David and I just got done doing a project together.
There you go.
Clinical Betrayal, Robert Cantu's.
It's not clinical betrayal.
It's not clinical betrayal.
Is that the one in Austin?
Clinical betrayal.
Dude, so for 2 days, I was calling it clinical. With everybody that I was talking to, I swore it was clinical betrayal. All of a sudden,
cynical, they sound the same.
Yeah, Derek and Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor.
They stopped me. They're like, dude, stop being Mexican. It's clinical. It's not. It's cynical, not clinical. There's no L.
I did not.
And I'm like,
I did.
Bro,
I did not
why you gotta
one
bring up a Mexican thing? And then he's like,
you get him
yeah,
canceled.
after 2 days, I got corrected that it was not clinical. It's cynical.
That is too funny. Mexicano.
Do it, please, David. Please, I beg of you. I will sell you $10. Don't do it.
Do you do birthday parties?
If you do that carefully, sure, I'll do anything. I'll do what I do.
How much? You gotta pay for it. The Gumshoe, you're asking how much.
How much does an episode of Gumshoe cost? That's how much.
All right, Fernando.
Yes, sir. On Instagram, I'm MaxLogan71, and I can explain that in a little bit. On Facebook, it's Fernando Mora. IMDb is Fernando Mora. And I have coming up Gumshoe, of course. We have Los Dos Hermanos coming up. In a couple of weeks, we're going to have Divided Loyalty with a Vi D'Amico. I don't know if you guys have heard of that one. I played Mob Boss Cartel, the lead role in that one as well. I'm also coming out American Coyote. It's going to come out. King of the South is going to come out. Episode 1, episode 2. I think that's it. That's coming out soon. I've done a lot of projects in the back in early in the year. I don't even know where they're at, or people will call me, hey, it's about to come out. Like, oh, I forgot about that one. But now here at the end of the year, they're starting to come out little by little. So I got to. Oh, and the Planet of the Weenies with Zach is also where I'm the detective investigating the murders is coming out. Just kind of think of it. I got about 5 of them coming out the next month. The movies that I'm in and stuff. So
who's counting?
It's fun.
Don't stress out too much.
It's all over with. Now I just sit down and enjoy it. Well, except with you. I gotta go. Don't remind me. I gotta go study.
Dude, you stress me out every time you do that.
I better start.
Right, more dialogue for you now.
Yeah, with that Max Logan. I don't know. We got enough time.
Oh yeah, what is up with Max Logan? That's like, I'm gonna leave that alone. But what is it with Max Logan?
Well, first of all, Max Logan is my alter ego. Right. I've always, since I was in high school, Max Logan. My middle name is Maximilio. So I go by Max. That's why Fernando Max Mora. And Logan, I'm a huge Wolverine fan. Whether it's the University or the animal or the comics, the movies, anything Wolverine. His real name is Logan. Right? I put Max Logan. So I'm actually finishing up I think I told you, my three-part limited series of Max Logan, Echoes of Silence. That, in a nutshell, is about a group of guys are together, partying, drinking. Here comes the neighborhood troublemaker, and they shoot him. They kill him. And the guy ends up going to the military. And he has a great career in the armed forces and local PD, so he joins the FBI. And at the end of episode 1, he gets a file on his desk because he's working in a cold case department. At the end of episode 1, the first episode pretty much introducing all the characters and short stories here and there. He gives a envelope for his next case assignment, and it's the assignment where he killed a kid when he was 18 years old. Now it went unsolved, so now he has to investigate that murder.
Sounds like my personal life.
I didn't hear that. So it's about an FBI agent that has to investigate a murder where he's the murderer.
Nice.
I was gonna make it a feature. I think
should.
So far, I've had like 25 pages the first 2 episodes and about 32 pages the last episode. So we're at 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 80 minutes or so. 85
10 more minutes, you got a feature.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the average movie watcher, if you will not sit and watch a 2-hour movie. There's really no main characters in there. That's just my philosophy. Now, if there's no big names in it, and I think they'll take 20 minutes, 25 minutes to watch something. And if they like it, they'll watch the next episode, especially leave a cliffhanger. They're going to want to watch the episode. Leave another cliffhanger. They're going to want to watch the other episode.
Yeah.
Now, they'll watch a feature with no stars if it starts off just, in my opinion. Actually, you got to get them in the first 5 minutes. Or you got to get them with the movie poster. You got to get them with the trailer.
Yeah.
Got
to sell it.
And you got to sell it to them if there's no big name involved in it. You see what I mean? But they'll take a chance with an episode of something for 20, 25 minutes.
Well, that's
my way of thinking. I mean, I'm sure you think different, huh?
Oh no, I mean I'm with you, but I think that's the magic of a movie, that you have to get, even in a small short, you have to get somebody to bite off on it.
Yeah, you got to hook them.
It's like, for example, Gumshoe. Unless I'm into detective stuff or police stuff, I'm not going to watch it regardless of who it is.
True.
Even if it was, I'm going to watch it, but even if Derek goes up to me and says, "Hey, dude, I have this short. It's called Gumshoes." Okay, cool. Oh, dude, it's a short. 10 minutes. 10 minutes of your time. Oh, it's 10 minutes of my time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's how we saw it when I was doing the festival. It's like, yeah, it's still 10 minutes of anybody's time. So when you're programming, those 10 minutes are, I think, more crucial than the hour and a half, because most people are not going to walk out on you after those 10 minutes.
Yeah, you hook them. They're going to see what else is going to happen.
But even then, I think, again, it's personal opinion, most people, once they've sat on that feature, will
Planet of the Weenies.
Planet of the Weenies. They're about to attack. Somebody's here.
You know what I mean? They will still sit there and finish out the movie. As opposed to a short, they'll be like, yeah, whatever, and then they come back to it.
Well, mine is still not written in stone. It's still up there. I'm just finishing writing it. So I'm just asking people opinions, see what they think.
Yeah.
Once I get a team together, because I think Avai's going to direct it. Hey. Sorry.
Do you mind if I ask you a question real quick, David and Johnny? Just out of curiosity. So,
I'm going to move this, sorry.
I don't know if you're showing this part, so it's more of just out of curiosity. I could talk to you guys forever. Actually, I could talk to everyone around here about film forever. But when it comes to our attention span as an audience, obviously we're sticking more to streaming nowadays, or some people. Obviously, people are more focused on, can I sit home, can I watch this, is it going to grab my attention? So you guys mentioned earlier that you were either doing a feature film or a short, and I understand you're trying to sell it to a production company or distribute it through a distribution company.
Mm-hmm.
So what made you guys choose feature film or film versus the more longer series that may get people's attention on TV and all that? Like, what is the marketing value of a feature film when it's a little harder, when there's no A-list name or B-list name attached to it?
You want to take that, David, or you want me?
I'll tell you from my perspective, and only because, again, I've done both independent and Hollywood distribution, and when you pitch a project, it's always how much money can I make from it, whether it be a big name attached to it or not. They're always going to be, can I make, and is there a market out there? The biggest thing for me has always been watching the market, what is out there. And we had our big meeting in our company, And one of the things that I pitched to everybody was this next year, there's a certain type of movies that we're going to be focusing on. And only because my distributor got back with me and he's like, hey, dude, do you have any more of this? Because I'm really in need of this and the market's hot. When we did Sacred Mask, the market was hot for wrestling because WWE was about to hit Netflix. There was a couple other things that the market and everything was primed for wrestling. We missed it because editing on my half took a little bit longer than what it should have, and so I missed the market on that one. And it showed when we went to distribution because it didn't get picked up as quickly as it should have, nor did we make the money back. With a horror film, there's always a market for horror, especially when the economy's down or there's hardships in the economy. People want that escapism. So the horror market is always there. And I think with horror, it's easier to get away with it being cheesy or low production because people want entertainment rather than big stars or anything like that. Unlike an action film, they expect your John Wicks, your freaking big names attached to them, your Tom Cruises and all that good shit. Yeah, because they know they're going to theaters to watch this. As opposed to us, we're either hitting the festival run or we're hitting the niche market, which is Shudder, and all these shout to, and you know, the niche markets that are out there always buying horror flicks from us. So to me, it's watching and where I want to go rather than the need to tell a story now. And it's more of the fact that I've kind of gotten gilded because I've been doing this for a minute and I've seen where it goes when you're like only trying to create, which is great. But at the same time, I'm like, it went from being a very expensive hobby to how can I make a production company and be able to produce movies and be sustainable to where I can help my friends make it or give them that stepping stone. If I could be that stepping stone while I make my movies, then why not? But that was my mentality. Johnny's is a little bit different, I think.
Do you mind if I just ask one more question? Because I'm very curious about Johnny. So you choose, and I want to word this correctly. It's not necessarily choose, but you lean towards what the market wants versus what you, and you try to create your vision with what the market wants versus you create something and you're like, oh gosh, I hope I can sell this.
Yep. And basically because, again, I know we want to create, and I think when I talked to CJ, we talked about this. As creatives, we forget that there is a financial aspect or the business side of the business. Most of us don't want to deal with that because it's boring, it's taxing, it's nerve-wracking. We have to deal with people. We have to people. We can't be creatives, and I think that's where we hurt ourselves. And I kind of have to be a realist now because this is like my fourth venture, and my wife's kind of getting to a point where like she's like, "Duh, yeah, dude, you've extinguished all of our savings, your fund money, and now you either make it or break it." But it's one of those things like to be sustainable, you have to kind of almost sell out a bit, but only because you want to keep making a little bit of change for what you made. You know what I mean? Otherwise, how can you keep doing it?
Well, it very much interests me because to bounce off what you said, I'm so sorry, Jay, I just want to. It's weird to relate to someone about this when it comes to being an individual person because it's hard to talk to someone and you're like, I'm so sorry if you hear my dogs, I'm so sorry. But it's hard to talk to someone. Like, I'll talk to Trish about the financial aspect, the business aspect, the pitch deck, and all of the fun things, like how can I make this a financial opportunity for other people in the future? And it's hard to talk to people who are like, I want nothing to do with that. I'm not saying Trish specifically, but it's hard to bounce that off of someone who's actually like, oh, I know this side of the business, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of limited in that part. So thank you for sharing your expertise and your knowledge, and I'm so sorry, Johnny, for interrupting.
No, you're good.
I mean, I think that's the whole point, that we are all learning, and I think, well, not I think, one of the reasons why we started Film News back in the day was because I wanted to share that aspect of not just the creative process, but the whole process, because a lot of people who aren't specifically in tune to what we do think it's easy. They go, oh, you wake up and fucking do a movie. Oh man, you're so awesome, Trish. You just show up and you're beautiful and this and that, and you get pampered. And no, dude, there's a process that goes to it. You know, there's hours that she spends creating her character. You know, hour or two that she spends on makeup, chair, whatever. You know, there's somebody who's polishing Fernando's, you know, head so it's not gleaming or whatever. You know, there's Johnny has to grow out his beard for 3 months or you know what I mean. There is 4 hours on a chair covering his tattoos. It's so nobody really understands it. Like you said, there unless you're there or you're going through it. I know Johnny and I had a conversation, a really good conversation, where he asked me a question. He's like, dude, do you know what it feels like when your money's on the line? Like, I do, because this is my third or fourth event, or not event, but project, and it does suck. Because you do see your checking account rapidly go to the wayside. And your family's like, dude, okay, well, what are we going to eat this month? Well, we made a great movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
that's hard.
Pay off. A lot of times it doesn't fucking pay off till like 10 years. I mean, I put Lowriders vs. Zombies out 2018. We're just now getting residuals back in the positive. But when I say residuals, I'm talking about like $60 every 3 quarters. That's nothing. But in perspective, I'm happy when I do get that $60. I'm like, oh shit. To get a $60 check from Amazon means it got played over 600 hours because they only pay you 6 cents an hour. And I'm like, fuck, we're good. You know what I mean? And that's so sad to have that kind of, like, I guess, measurement of success. But again, we don't have a marketing. And that's another thing. How do you market? Especially as an individual. How do you get your movie out there? Where do you go through distribution? We've had other guests on here who are distributors, and they will tell you the same thing. They do. It's a predatory market, because it is. So, I don't know. But thanks, Derek.
Yeah, I could talk about this for hours, because it's a whole new experience for me.
Sure. Where could you watch that, Lowriders and Zombies?
It's on Amazon TV and, Amazon and TV.
Right. I'd like to watch it tonight.
Lowriders vs. Zombies from Space.
That sounds funny.
I love it.
It's the cheesiest B-movie ever. It was my first movie ever, and it was a bunch of us getting together, seeing if we could make a film, and we did. And I never thought anything of it till one day a distributor hits me, and he's like, hey, dude, I can make money. I'm like, whatever, dude. And he's like, yeah, give me your movie. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Not thinking that he was going to make money. And, now he knows it. And I'm like, okay, cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's funny. It sounds funny.
And Johnny, I'm sorry for taking the time away from you. If you had something to say, my apologies.
No, David hit a lot of those. He hit a lot of those points for sure. The only thing I got to say about the whole, we're talking about like a 2-hour feature, and how we're going to get people to kind of sit through all that. I'm a fan of movies first, so I know what I like, especially when horror. I'm a huge horror buff. I love horror.
He's a huge horror too.
Yeah, and so when I wrote the story, I wrote it first. I wrote the story in a way where I can about 85-90% make the adaptation into a movie. Whereas, you hear about movies, the book's more, it's more detailed than it is in the movie, right? Well, no shit, we can't sit there for 10 fucking hours, right? So I kept that in mind when I was writing. And when I wrote the story, I actually went to the areas of the folklore, and I wrote while I was there. I wrote in the middle of the night there. So what you read on the book is actually what I'm feeling while I was there, to make it as real as possible, right? And so when we turned that into the movie, to me, I know how I want to be scared, and it takes a lot for me to be scared. So I incorporated what I think would scare me into the movie, and I did that a lot, and David knows that. He's like, well, hold on, because we'll be shooting a scene. I'm like, hold on, David, I want to try this. I want to do this. He's like, what are you doing? What are you talking about? I said, just hear me out. And then once he sees my vision, he's like, oh, fuck, oh, okay, I see what you're doing there. So when it all comes down to, like, when you see it in theater, it's going to reel you in, like, from the start to the end. There's going to be some twist. It's I don't know, David, can I tell him? And I'm not going to tell him what it's about, but I'm going to tell him the kind of feel.
Yeah, you know the feel.
So the Texas Tells a Terror, the way I wrote it was going to give you the Blair Witch Project, the original, with some found footage, that vibe. Paranormal Activities Part 1, The Conjuring, Sinister, and
keep going. Keep selling it because you're doing it. You're doing a great job.
And Insidious.
I love all of those.
So it's going to have that vibe in one. So that's when I took those movies. Oh, and there's actually, well, kind of paying a little bit of homage of The Exorcist in there. But, yeah, there's, I took the feel for those movies, put it on paper, and now we're putting it on the screen. And that's why it's as long as what it is. And yes, we don't have no A-list celebrities, but the actors and actresses that we have on here, my goal was, and this is how, and I tell David all this time, I tell David all the time, I said, this movie's going to go somewhere. And you can mark my words, I'll fucking eat crow if it doesn't. But I am so confident in knowing that this movie is going to go somewhere. Mark my words. Just because I trust the way my actors and actresses are producing in the film, the way David is directing, the way we have sound. Once we get the music in there, the composer and all that, it's gonna hit. And so it's and the way it's written, you're gonna be like, what the fuck what just happened type shit. And nobody's safe. Oh, and another thing too was I put a little feel of the Game of Thrones, in the psychological aspect of it.
How dare you sell this and not have it available? How dare you, sir?
No,
I'm
I want to watch it now, damn it.
I do.
I'm just seriously, because like I said, I trust David in his work. He may not say it because he's so humble, but he is great at what he does. And which is why I believe that much in this movie. I do. So there you go.
I'm glad to be
now
part
that
of
you're
it.
plugging that in, how can I follow social media, or what can I do here?
You can find us. You can find me on Instagram at I am Johnny Nova. Facebook is Johnny Nova. TikTok is I am Johnny Nova. On there, and then you can find me on just Google my name, Johnny Nova, on Google, and it'll pop up.
I think I got you. And then David,
Fat Jesus, right? What is it?
No, most of my stuff is my company or our company, I should say.
Silent Flight Media.
I'm sorry, what? Wow,
Silent Flight Media. Silent Flight Media.
Silent Flight. Okay.
Yeah. So
actually, on my profile, or on my page, I did a snippet of kind of like a teaser, behind the scenes type of trailer of Texas Tells a Terror. You can actually go and check that out. It's like 30 seconds long, right, David?
Yeah, that's 30 seconds long.
Oh shoot! Well, I got to go watch that then. Thank you.
I think this turned into more a podcast interview for us, Johnny. Thank you, Derek, for having us on your podcast.
It'll be a 2-part series.
Right,
this is Thursday. This will be aired on Friday.
So today's Thursday.
Yeah, but thank you guys so much for being on with us. Derek, Trish, pleasure meeting you. Fernando, we'll see you back again.
Yeah.
Next week, I guess.
Next week.
But either way, follow these guys. When is your premiere again?
December 11th, and hopefully in February or early March, you'll be seeing me for Gumshoe. Well, for us, you'll be hopefully be seeing all 3 episodes of them.
Can't wait.
If they want to watch the trailer, they can go on YouTube. Yes.
They can go on. Well, that's a great damn question. Yeah. Go on Instagram right now and YouTube tomorrow.
Okay.
There you go.
So by Thursday, where can they see?
They can watch it today because today's Thursday.
They can watch it today on YouTube, and I'll share the
There you
source
go.
on my social media.
Hey, so the
and
first
go
day
from
tomorrow, yesterday played yesterday, so do they win or lose? So I can gamble on it. They play Wednesday.
Spurs are winning right now, 80-74.
It's 7. Yeah, I see. I'm watching it.
Well,
That's why
they're
I'm
gonna
looking
win.
this way.
All right, guys. I don't want to take up any more of y'all's time. Thank you so much. As always, it's a pleasure. And yes, we could always keep going on talking more and more because we love film. We love talking about ourselves. But unfortunately, I have to let y'all go for this week. Until next time, keep watching films. Support indie filmmakers. Please do go check out these guys' socials, their movies. Give a review. The metadata needs it in order for us to keep going, doing what we do best. And until next time, guys, see y'all. Thank you again, guys.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a good one, guys.